If you are looking for all things real estate and an in-depth look at market fluctuations and answers to all your buying and selling questions, look no further than real estate expert Lisa Hill. Lisa brings her vast 15-year knowledge directly to you every week, sharing her own struggles as she navigates you through the twists and turns of the real estate world. Lisa has been sober for 9 years and has been motivating people ever since. A speaker, mentor, and teacher, each week Lisa will welcome guests from all facets of the industry to ensure you are as informed as possible before making any real estate decisions. This is the Lisa Hill Show, real estate for the real world.
Hi, everybody out there. Welcome to the Lisa Hill Show, real estate for the real world. This is the Lisa Hill Show. However, I've had a name change because last week I got married. So that's why we haven't been recording, because I was out there getting married. So it's still the Lisa Hill Show, but my new last name is Lisa Hodge. So welcome all the listeners out there to the show. I have a guest today, an IFBB Pro, Bodybuilding Pro, Nesha Ward. Hi, Nisha.
Hello.
I'm so happy to have Nisha on here. Actually, last week, the same day that I got married, Nisha got her pro card. So we'll bring her in just a minute and let her share her story of inspiration, perseverance, and success. So wanted to give you guys a quick little, little house cleaning, little recap. This is Lisa Hill Show, real estate for the real world. However, those of you out there know I am also a coach, inspirational speaker. So I'm going to be bringing in a lot more inspirational type speakers here. And that's why I have Nisha here today, because she has just been a great inspiration. And I want her to share a story. So we'll look forward to that in the next couple of shows. Along with the real estate updates, I'm also having people out there that are going to come in. I love my underdogs. So the people who have great stories, I'm be sharing a lot more of that. So stay tuned for that. Nisha, hi.
Hello. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So happy for you guys.
Thank you. I'm so happy for you too. Congratulations on your pro card.
Thank you so much.
Wow. And it was funny. I'm working out. I work out at Strong Mind, Strong Body. I'm working out, and I'm talking about Nisha as I'm working out, right? And I'm talking about you, and I'm saying what an inspiration you are, because I followed your journey, and I've seen, old photos of you, right, and the photos of you now. And I'm saying, oh my God, I'm so proud of her. And watching the perseverance and watching your journey, I said, oh my God, I need Nisha to come on my show and share her story with everybody out there and all the listeners, because you truly are an inspiration. So
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for being here. It's like amazing. I'm so excited that I get to interview you a little bit. So tell the listeners out there, first of all, what an IFBB Pro is, because it's a big deal. I mean, it sounds like, okay, pro, but tell them out there what that is.
What an IFBB Pro is before you become an IFBB Pro, you're an amateur, and you're in the national NPC, which is National Physique Committee. Okay. You can compete in any open show. You can do any open division. Anyone can get into a contest. Okay. So you could have worked your butt off and be as lean as you can, body mass, lean, everything, and compete with someone who just wanted to enter the show, and they lost, they were 300 pounds and they lost 100 pounds, and they wanted to do a bodybuilding contest. Okay. You never know who your competition could be.
So the process, let's take the listeners back who don't know, the process of actually getting on stage, even if it's just something small, right? So someone who isn't really heavily competing, the process is still pretty intense, right?
The process is very intense.
Okay, so for an average person or someone stepping on the stage for the first time in a bodybuilding competition, what's the, someone who just starts out of the gate, how many weeks and regimen, like what does that entail?
We do a 16-week prep.
Okay.
Usually, especially for a first-time person, because that lets you know exactly where you're going to be with them. They might need a little longer. They might need a little shorter. 16 weeks is a good gauge. It's 4 months, but we require steps. Okay. Someone like yourself, who's already been in the gym, who's already focused on fitness, who already has some muscle. We're not, because the hardest thing to do is have some skinny person come in the gym and say, I want to be in a contest.
Yeah.
We need to grow muscle.
It's almost harder, right?
It's harder.
It's harder for somebody who's very thin.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yes.
To gain muscle.
Yes.
Like yourself.
Yes. Because the average person gains like a pound in 4 to 6 weeks. That people say all the time, unless they're doing something else, they're not going to gain more than a pound or so of muscle a month.
So the process of even stepping on stage is intense.
It's intense.
Okay, so it's...
When I say intense, it's cardio. Hours sometimes of cardio. It's a diet that has probably 6 or 7 different foods in it. I mean, 6 or 7 foods are literally like eggs, asparagus, chicken, nothing, no, limited sodium, limited marinades, limited all this stuff on top of training, on top of posing practices, not including the cost.
So it's a full-time job.
It is a full-time job.
And that's just for amateurs.
Yes.
And you're a pro.
And now I'm a pro. So once you get the pro card,
so to give the listeners out there an idea, that is just an amateur starting out. Somebody who's never competed, never stepped on stage.
Yes.
It's intense. So to even get to that point is very difficult.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about now that we've set up so the listeners out there have an idea of what it's like to even be an amateur. So tell us about your first show.
My first show, well, how I even got started was I have 5 boys. I have 1 bonus boy. I call my bonus baby because he came with a marriage. I have given birth to 4 children. I, at the time, was married. I had my hands in all these different pots, helping here, run this program here. I ran a local program, the Junior Rams football program. I ran a basketball program. I had all these different things going on. And the boys and their dad were just bringing home trophies. Trophies. I'm putting a fork in their hand. I'm running over here. I'm running back and forth to this school and that school in practice.
So you're super mom.
I'm super mom
for them.
Yes.
Okay.
I got kids going everywhere, neighbors' kids going everywhere, and nothing was mine. Nothing. And I had been an athlete my whole life, and it just stopped when I went to college. And I just needed something, and I finally said, look, I need to have something that's mine. I need to train for something. I need to go back to school. I need to have something so that I feel important. And they just jumped on the bandwagon. Whatever you want to do.
That's
and
great.
I had to really say, and I'm not, when it's my turn, you have to figure out how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I would train like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So that I wouldn't interfere with their time.
Yeah.
And then I went to law school at like 6:15 at night.
Wow.
So I'm up in the morning, then I'm doing all this crazy stuff.
I love that. I love that because as women, we're naturally the caretakers. We're naturally, that's our role just by nature.
Yes.
We tend to just be those, if somebody needs something, we're the ones cooking. We feed everyone. We make sure laundry's done.
We're doing the
We're making
everything.
sure everything's done.
Yes.
So it is difficult, as especially as women, to find that thing that is your own, that you can own it and not feel guilty about it.
Because and my rewards were, yes, hugs, I love it. You know,
of course.
I love my family, but I just was feeling like, are you serious? I'm 35 years old and this is
and you're living for everyone else.
Yes, I was like that. I thought I had, I had some dreams. I had some higher aspirations. And then you're married and then you have all these children. Yeah. And then you have all these commitments. And so I just decided I was going to do it.
That's great.
I got a trainer. I started training for this contest. The problem is I was 120 pounds.
Okay.
I like literally soaking wet. As a kid, I had, body issues because I was so skinny.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than being like a black girl with no butt and no boobs and no nothing. And my ankle socks, like socks didn't fit.
Your socks were baggy.
Yes. I wore like leg warmers under my jeans. So my legs would look thicker. Aww. I'd wear like sweatshirts so I wouldn't be the skinniest person.
Yeah.
It was just bad.
And everybody has
some issues, yes.
Everybody does.
Yes.
And so that's what I like that you can share that, you know, that because you're not, I'm looking at Nisha right now and her arms are like gorgeous and you have a gorgeous, gorgeous figure, but that you were extra thin and you had an issue with your body because
and
looking
people
at
think that you're not, well, you don't know because you weren't fat. No, I know because I was skinny and kids are mean.
Yes.
And my dad was military. I was Navy. So I had 4 different high schools, 5 different elementary schools. Every time I got settled, I was getting moved around and I couldn't get real friends going. So I already had like body issues. So when I started doing this contest, I just went full force. I did exactly what they said do. I didn't take off any cheats. I ate the food. I did the cardio. I did the workouts, and I did not get any bigger. I just got leaner and skinnier. And my sister was like, I guess the muscle's going to come when they pull water. And I'm like, I felt little to the point where I was very small. When I got backstage and I pulled off my robe, I knew that I was out of like my comfort zone.
So your first show, okay, but you actually went to the show though, and you got on stage,
yes,
which is more than some people would do.
Yes,
which is more than what most people would do.
Well, I had spent so much money.
Yeah,
I had spent, a trainer was like $300 a month. The show entry was like $150. I mean, everything was so much. The makeup, the hair, the tanning, everything was so much. When I got backstage and I took off my robe, Lisa, these girls had so much muscle, and I was like 120 pounds the day I got on stage, and I knew. And my mom was like, well, you were the prettiest. And so I got dead last. And it just set a fire under my
that
my
right
butt.
There, Nisha.
It set a fire.
That is the difference between people who succeed and people who fail.
Yep.
Because when sometimes that's the true test of character.
Yeah.
Because when people sometimes will finish dead last, they will quit.
Yes.
They will blame.
Yep.
They will make excuses.
Yes, they will.
They will say it was this person's fault. It was my coach's fault.
Yep.
It was my trainer's fault.
Yep.
It was the meal. It was the nutrition.
Yep.
It was the judges.
Yes.
It was the girl standing next to me.
all of those.
It was the weather. It was the sky is blue. It is everybody else's fault but my own. But that is a true test of character. When you finish dead last, which sucks.
Last.
Because dead last.
Yeah. And it's still out there to this day. You pull up Nesha Ward in the San Jose Championships, and in bodybuilding, 16th place is last. So no one gets less than, you won't see 17th place. You see like first, second, third.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people who have 16th place.
Yeah.
But I know for sure that I was that place.
Yeah.
And it just, like I said, it set a fire.
But it lit a fire.
It lit a fire.
That is great.
Yeah.
So how many years ago was that?
That was 5 years ago.
5 years.
5 years.
So you've kept at it.
Yes.
For 5. That is awesome.
5 years. And the crazy thing is, I have been relentless about it. I have not, I haven't gone to any Christmas parties, because it's always either I literally was in law school or I was training every Christmas, every time something was going on. So I'm training my butt off, and people are like, oh, you're not getting any bigger. And then my body just caught fire. I got the right amount of protein. I got the right amount of all these different things came together.
How long did it take for that to happen?
It took from 2012 probably to 2014 for it to kick in, and right when it kicked in,
2 years.
Yes,
most people quit diets.
They do
in 2 days.
And I was just determined. I want to grow myself, and right when it kicked in, I had a bad injury. I ended up having not through bodybuilding or anything. I got hurt, and they don't know what it came from even to this day. They said it was degenerative spinal disorder, and I had to have my spine fused. And I had to have a metal plate put in my neck, put me out for 18 months.
Wow.
And I still was like, when I get back on that stage,
I'm winning. So dead last and a broken neck.
And a broken neck.
And you're a pro now.
Yes. Crazy. My first show after my spinal injury, I took first place.
Wow.
2 weeks later, I did another contest. I took first place.
I love it.
I was like sparked. Right after that, I graduated from law school.
Awesome.
I mean, it just was like coming one thing after the next. My family was on board. And
that's so important too.
Yeah.
And you know what I think when people aren't on board, it's because a lot of times we don't, it's because of us. We let people we teach people how to treat us.
Yes, we do.
And so if people aren't on board, it's because we're not telling them how important it is.
Yes.
So that's so important to own it as a woman, to say, you know what, family, I know I've been the taxi, the cook, the chef, the caretaker, the house cleaner, all of these things, but I'm going to do this for me.
That's right.
This is important. We're not going to have these foods in the house. Don't ask me to eat anything. Don't ask me to cook it.
Yep.
This is the way that it's going to be.
Yeah.
People respect that.
People
when they
respect
know
that.
that you're serious, people will respect it.
That's
and
right. I tell people that all the time. You teach, if they offer you Cheetos, they saw you eating Cheetos.
Yes.
If they keep offering you stuff, I go to parties, no one offers me anything.
Yeah.
Or they say, we have this for you.
Yeah.
We made sure we brought grilled chicken. Even if it's something nice at work and it's just ranch, you know, and celery sticks, they know that I don't eat garbage.
Yeah.
So,
when I was doing a prep, this little old lady that sits in the office next to me, she's so nice, and that's her love language. You know, is food. She wants to feed everyone, and she's just so sweet. Right. She walks by my office. I have a glass door, and she walks by my office, and she has donuts in her hand, and she looks at me, and she points to them, but then shakes her finger no. But she was kind of asking me, but she was like, okay, no, but do you want one? But I'm kind of not, and she knew that I wasn't going to eat them. Yeah. But she's like, she shook her finger no, because she knows how that I won't eat donuts. Yep. So she's like, oh, her grandmotherly instinct couldn't not offer food.
I love that.
Yeah, but she knew because I taught her how to do. So that is great that you owned it, you made a choice, and then your family was on board with that.
And my children, the thing about them is I have to remember that this is not what they chose though. Mm-hmm. So it's not fair for me to be a mean and be a butthead and all this other stuff because they're not competing. So I still was frying chicken. Yeah. I still was making cupcakes and saying, get this out of here. I mean, that was my therapy. When I crave something, I would just go make a cake. Mm-hmm. I would just still cook stuff for my kids. So I didn't want them to go without because I was choosing to be so harsh. Yeah. And it was me. I had to get into my mindset and say, you cannot eat that. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. So, I mean, I just wanted to succeed so badly. And, fast forward to, man, there's been many shows. I have been on the stage 12 times.
12 times.
Yes. I've been on stage 12 times. I have been to 4 national shows, and I've gotten 5th place. Like 5th, the top 5 is the big thing, and I'm competing. So top 5 gets trophies. I've been in that 5th person 4 times, and I'm like, what is up with this 5th place? And it's usually because the girls in my division are just big girls. Yeah. I'm 5'7.5". Mm-hmm. That little half puts me into the tall category. Yeah. The thing about being in the tall category is a girl is either skinny and she doesn't compete, or she's freaking big and she looks like big. Yes. Yeah. She looks big and naturally and she's solid. Mm-hmm. So I have to compete against those girls. Yeah. And so
you have the odds against you a little bit by
and 3 times. Yeah. I've been there and had that happen.
So to get your pro card, how many people are you competing against? Because we gave the listeners a little bit to even step on stage. I mean, it's a small percentage. Yeah. But I can imagine it's even more competitive within the people that even do step on stage.
There's usually, in my division, I'm 5'7.5". Mm-hmm. So that's the taller end. Okay. Someone like your class, there's probably 25 people easily, because that's and then 5'4" is like the average girl, so that's the biggest class. Yeah. For me, I usually compete against 12 to 13 people. Usually on average, this last class there were 7 in one class and then 12 in the other, and that's still like a lot of people, a big size group. Yeah. And so, the crazy thing is you have to get in this pro show in particular, you have to get first or second.
To even...
Yes. And I had 2 shots. I did a 35 and over class, and I was in the second call-out. They just picked literally the 4 biggest girls, and they were the top ones. And I ended up getting 5th place again. I'm like, are you serious, God? Are you really going to bring me here a 4th time to get 5th place? And then the next class was the 40 and over. Wow. And you got your card? And I got my card.
That's so awesome. So that's really good.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so it worked out exactly the way that it was supposed to. I'm really excited.
So now you're a pro. So having your pro card, how many doors does that open? Like, you're in a whole nother realm being a pro.
Yeah. The sponsorships open a little bit more. Now when you win and you place top 5, you get money. Wow. So it's no longer just the little trophies. You get money when you win. You get treated a whole different way. When you go to a show and you're an NPC, you could be there from 9:00 in the morning is the call. You could be there until 4:00 in the afternoon for just prejudging. Wow. That's not even the night show. And they don't tell you you're going on stage at this time. When you're a pro, if they say 12:00, your contract says you guys get on stage at 12 o'clock.
So you're treated differently.
Very different. Your name is announced, Stockton, California, where you're from, some little extra little perks here and there. And then if you win, you go into Olympia.
Wow.
So, that's always been,
So what's next for you? Are you thinking of competing in Olympia?
Lisa, I have been going nonstop probably for 2 years. And I'm going to take a little break. Really focus on what I have going on right now, which is the Goddess Girls.
Yeah.
My clients.
Because you're training as well as doing your own stuff.
Yes,
so you train yourself people. And then you're bringing other, especially women.
Yes.
Training other women.
Yes.
We're
training a couple people to compete.
Okay. Because everyone wants to look like you. That's
why. or they either, it's the one or the other. They either say, I want to, I don't necessarily want to look like you. And I'm like, you know how long I've been doing this? You can't. Or they'll say, I want to work towards that. I kind of just want to tone.
Yeah.
Be fit. I want to keep my stomach flat and I want to keep my butt.
I want to do this here. You're like, I'm not a surgeon.
Yes.
I'm not a surgeon.
So
I'm
training like those people who want to get on stage. I'm training, the majority of our business is transformations. People who, have a wedding. People who have school reunion, who just want to lose 25 pounds.
And that must be really rewarding, right?
It is. It is the bulk of our business, and it's the most gratifying because competitors, we have our own issues. We got body dysmorphia for the most.
Yeah.
We don't have any money because we're always paying for shows and suits and this and that. The transformation people, they will go to the ends of the earth for you.
Yeah.
They want to make you happy. They want to make their families happy. They want to make their friends happy. They have all kind of other stuff going on, and they're just happy to be able to like lunge without stopping and catching their breath. They want to be able to do jump, squats without their knees hurting, or those little small things. You're a life changer.
Yeah.
When you help people like just lose weight.
Wow.
Because they're so grateful.
You talked about the Goddess Challenge. So what is that? Go into detail about it.
The Goddess Challenge is a program that Mr. and I came and put together. We actually did it for one person because she wasn't ready for the stage. Mm-hmm. But I knew that she would thrive in a competitive situation where she was kind of against other girls and she had to make body goals and be in an evaluation situation every week. So we formed the Goddess Challenge. We took a bunch of women who do not look like competitors. They could not look like competitors was the main thing.
Yeah.
They had a little extra here, a little extra there. Yeah. They had kids running around. They had goals, all these
They were normal
things.
People.
Normal
like the
people.
average person.
Yes.
Okay.
Put them on a prep.
Okay.
For 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. We finished the first group. They did 16 weeks. It was a little bit too long for a regular person to stay like zoned in.
Yeah.
So we moved it. Next group is 12.
Okay. So the first group, what were some of the victories? Or tell us a little bit about some of the...
It wasn't even weight, Lisa. Like a lot of it was just, we had one girl. She was a small girl. She lost 10 inches. When I say she was short, she lost 10 inches in her waist.
Wow.
Another girl, she was of course the big prize person. Mm-hmm. She lost like 40 pounds.
Wow.
Another person just like their posture, rolling their posture up, making them look different in the mirror. Their confidence over the roof of being able to sit in front of a group of people and talk. I mean, I had people that were like alcoholics, people who were addicted to drugs, all kind of issues, a widower, all these other things that went on that made them just stand up a little bit more straight, and made them be more focused on what their body looks like when people are talking to them. The weight was extra.
Yeah.
Their mental and the friendships that they gained through that, and now coming back with this next group and being able to be mentors to them is like everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so now you're rolling out. So you finished your pro show, got your pro card, and now you're going to switch gears a little bit, focus on these challenges, these goddess challenges. Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you don't know if you're going to compete in Olympia. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to compete, but I'm just going to take probably like a couple weeks off and just compete. I mean, I'm just train and focus on other people. I want to focus on my business partner, my partner, also Mr. He's going to do his pro debut.
Oh, that's right.
As well.
Yeah.
In November, he's going to do the Lou Ferrigno.
Nice.
So we can't compete at the same time.
Yeah.
It's hard because that makes you happy and there's no fat in the house. It makes us,
I can only imagine.
So I try to not compete at the same time as him so that one person can be a little bit more grounded.
It's always good to do that. Balance is good because you can't have two crazies at one time. Yeah. You gotta balance it out a little bit because the preps do. You pull fat and carbs and sugar, and
it makes you like very grumpy very fast.
Yeah.
So those things are all like slight addictions. So that's what that's the main thing. We got the Goddess Challenge. We have Mistress Pro debut. I'm going to compete, but probably not until 2018. I'm going to at least do one pro show for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't say how many more years I can compete. I wanted that pro card. I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say I'm a pro. I did it. I was focused on something. So I will. But I kind of wanted to save my body a little bit.
Yeah.
And eat some stuff that I want to eat without the restricted.
Eat some pancakes.
Yes, when I want to.
Yes. Yeah. Live a little bit and then get back to it.
So 2018, we're opening our doors for Strong Mind, Strong Body Fitness to be our gym on August 1st.
Wow.
So that's going to take
That's
a
huge.
lot of,
That's great. Congratulations on that, by the way.
You.
I know you guys have worked really hard for that.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm like so excited. I'm pumped.
That is great. You have so many good things going on. That's just
our
so
clients
good.
Are pumped.
And I love that. Like I was saying at the start, I love your story.
Yeah.
I love the dead last to pro.
Yes.
Dead last to pro in 5 years.
Yes.
So it is, and we were talking, like we were talking about in the pre-show a little about time.
Yes.
Like time will tell.
Yeah.
Over time. You can say something. You can say, okay, I'm going to be a pro, but time and perseverance is really the teller of all. So, okay. So tell the listeners out there, we're just about getting ready to wrap up. Tell the listeners how, like if someone wanted to train with you, how would they train with you? Or the Goddess Challenge, how could somebody join it? Give your contact info and let them out there know.
So we don't have a website because we really like people to be able to talk to us directly.
Okay.
They can find either one of us, me or Mr. on Facebook under our names, Nesha Ward. Master Taylor is his name on Facebook. And the reason why his name is Master Taylor because his real name is Mr.
Yeah.
And Facebook will not allow him to be a professional name, so he has to call himself Master. So we're both on Facebook. Now I changed my name today. It's Nisha NESHA _ IFBB Pro.
Yeah.
Mr's on Facebook as well. I mean on Instagram as well. You can always reach out to us. We are at 6852 Pacific Avenue, across the street from Podestos. In Lincoln Center. Stop by, see the gym, peek your head in there.
Are you guys doing a grand opening?
We're going to do a grand opening in August. Not right away. We'll go ahead and probably announce it like on Facebook and some stuff. We're going to do some, kind of make it our own. We're like really excited about that.
That's so good.
Because we spoke it into existence last year.
Yeah. You guys have. I know you've been talking about it for a while, and that's so awesome.
Yeah. God is good.
All right, Nisha. Well, thank you so much for coming by. All right, you guys tune in to and more next week of The Lisa Hill Show.
Thanks for stopping by The Lisa Hill Show. For more information, please visit lisahillteam.com. Catch us on the next episode when Lisa brings you more real estate for the real world.